News agencies have recalled a photo of Princess Catherine and her children, citing authenticity concerns. The picture was posted online by Kensington Palace, which says it was taken by Prince William last week. It was the first image since Catherine's abdominal surgery in January, but multiple news agencies have withdrawn the photo, asking those using the image to remove it. AP said it appeared the photo had been manipulated, pointing to an inconsistency in the alignment of Princess Charlotte's left hand. Well, so far, Kensington Palace has declined to comment. Let's speak with royal commentator Juliet Reardon, editor-at-large of the Australian Women's Weekly. Juliet, morning to you. What do you make of this debacle?
Well, it's extraordinary, isn't it? It's never happened before, for sure. I've never received a kill notice from a photo agency before. It's quite shocking when it drops into your inbox. Yes, the idea that the photo has been manipulated has not been addressed by the palace. Like many royal correspondents around the world, I have been trying to get hold of the palace, but there is no comment at the moment. I mean, to be fair, it's late evening in the UK.
Yeah, OK. I mean, let's go through the pictures then, if we can, and see why these news agencies, they publish them they distribute them, don't they, for the royal household. So they've distributed them and then clearly looked, or somebody has notified them. What are the discrepancies?
So they're saying that the photo shows an inconsistency in the alignment of Princess Charlotte's left hand. So I think the suggestion is that maybe a different frame of the same shoot has been, that particular area has been airbrushed in, if you like. So one piece from one picture has been put on another picture. That is the suggestion. And they're saying that breaks their editorial guidelines. They don't allow serious manipulation. They only allow things like dust being removed or colour corrections, that sort of thing. Obviously, everyone now is looking at the photo as a whole and noticing all sorts of things that they suggest may be an inconsistency, but that has not been said by the photo agency. I have to say that the main photo agency that Royal Photos go through in the UK has not withdrawn the pictures.
OK. They set a new precedent, didn't they, William and Catherine, because there always were royal photographers that came in and took the family photos, and Catherine became the royal photographer, didn't she? So they have changed the way that they have done things, which I guess then leaves it open to question about authenticity.
Yes, they have taken control of that situation. And largely it has been because the children were involved. And I think William, as a child, hated doing those shoots, hated the cameras constantly in his face. And, you know, the couple knew that they needed to provide pictures for the media. And therefore, one way to help that situation was to have Catherine take the pictures. But of course, from our side of things, we do know that we get pictures that have been controlled by the royal family.
And then there's the question of Catherine's health. She hadn't officially been seen since her operation just after Christmas time. And now with this, I guess the palace wanted this photo. So here she is. She's with her lovely children and she's doing OK. And now there's this cloud over that.
Yes, I mean, it's pretty bad timing and it's all happened. It's all very unfortunate for Kensington Palace. They hoped that this picture would pour cold water on all the ridiculous and very inappropriate conspiracy theories that have been circulating on social media and online, and that it would show that the princess is fine and recuperating and healthy and with her family, and hopefully will be back with us when her recovery is complete. All it has shown, it seems, has been questioning the veracity of the shot. Now, I don't think there's any question that this is a photo taken by Prince William at Windsor last week, but it may be one of a series of photos, different frames in a shoot where they have picked the best bits and stitched them together. I don't know that. That's what I'm thinking. The only thing I think that has happened.
Will they be reviewing? I mean, King Charles has been quite open about his cancer diagnosis, and we've seen snippets of him talking particularly with the Prime Minister, whereas the situation with Catherine has not been discussed. Do you think that the palace will have to review that now and as you say, put to bed these numerous stories that are circulating around her?
Look, they did tell us that she had abdominal surgery. That is a new thing, to be transparent about that particular sort of health issue. We wouldn't normally have heard that about a member of the royal family. But in giving that information, they then, Kensington Palace then asked the media to respect the Princess of Wales's privacy and not speculate. That clearly hasn't happened, at least on social media. And yes, I imagine that at some point they will address what has gone on. I think that probably the reason that they haven't addressed it up to now is because of the children. They don't want the children having to have constant speculation, constant discussion of their mother's health in the newspapers. You know, they can read the newspapers, they go to school. I think it would be very unfortunate for the children to have to face that on a daily basis. However, it is happening, and the speculation is out of control. And I'm sure behind closed doors at Kensington Palace, they are discussing how they can deal with this particular situation.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Has there been any indication of when Catherine might return to royal duties?
After Easter, we are told, and of course we did get that suggestion that she would be at Trooping the Colour, which is in June, but then the Ministry of Defence had to take announcement off their website. I think, you know, she obviously hasn't been signed off by the doctors yet, and until that happens, there will not be any official engagements announced. You have to be aware that they don't tell you about the official engagements until very close to the time of the engagement for security reasons. And especially now with the Princess of Wales, you can imagine that first engagement that happens, there's going to be an awful lot of interest.
Certainly will. Juliet Reardon, thanks for talking to us today.
Pleasure.